And so,
like that.
Yeah, and it's just been it teaches us that in order for us to work with our community, that we have to learn how to love one another, you know, in the work that we do. And I think that it comes with a lot of teaching as far as meeting together, talking, praying together, and loving one another before we can go out there and love our community. And it's a diversity. You know, as you see and you look here, that it's not just one color. You know, it's a diverse, you know, cultural, and it brings together a community of people who have the same goal and the same mission, is to love the city. And I thank, you know, Annie Jones-Barnes, who's our leader, Patricia Taunton, for kind of giving us those things and teaching us. And we thank the Northwest Leadership Foundation for instilling those things in us. And so that's part of their teaching as far as leadership, is to embrace and encourage others, you know, and to teach us how to share leadership so that the spotlight is not on one person, but us as a community.
Outstanding. I just got two more questions for you. It's obvious that you guys have trained together. As I said, I love the unison. I love the way you guys talk together, walk together, and run together. Because you have been to so many other trainings, what specifically would you say set this training, the PCITI training, apart from all of the other trainings that you've been to? What made it stand out? And you kind of alluded to that earlier, but you know, two or three things that you really felt that it separated itself from everything else you've been through.
Go ahead. One thing I've noticed from a lot of the trainings is that we would go into the trainings, and a lot of times we were the most diverse group, or we were the only people of color, and so they would have all this information, but then they would look to us for the answers. And it's like, we came to your training to learn, you know, and they're asking us questions, and I mean, we answered them because we're doing the work. And so that was so different. I mean, with you, it was like, whoa, I didn't know that, or you know, and then you use real life scenarios and you put us in situations and you watched us to see how we react, and you dealt with us where we were. I've never seen a training where you got dealt with where you were, on how your character was. And so it was like, as much as it was a group, you individualized us to say, you know what, I need to talk to this brother this way, I need to talk to this sister that way. You don't get that. And to me, that's a true teacher. I mean, for somebody to do that, take that time with you and say, no, are you hearing what I'm saying? That's what I heard Brother Aquil said. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And so that's the difference to me.
And a lot of the trainings that we've attended are, I would say, like textbook type trainings, people that have not actually walked it out. And so the best experience, we're getting it firsthand. We're not getting notes that somebody else typed up and they want us to take notes off of those notes. You guys are real about what you do, what you say, and then you have the video footage for us to see that you're out there actually in the community, in the trenches, changing lives.
Definitely, and I would just kind of add to that, is that I think this is the first training I've ever been at where we came in and we sat down and the instructor of the training asked us what we expected to get out of the training. I think that speaks volumes to leadership and what a true training is supposed to be about. The training is supposed to be about the people and the people that are involved. And so I think that was huge. That was something that we appreciated because it allowed us to kind of dig in and kind of, you know, ask for the things that we really need, as opposed to being in a training that, you know, that we went through and talked to things that we weren't able to, you know, get experience or gain any more knowledge. And I appreciate that Brother Aquil came in there with the attitude of him not dictating what it was we were supposed to be doing in our city. And I appreciate, you know, the humility in that, and him giving the information for us to use in a way that makes sense for us and our city, versus being in front of an instructor saying that this is the way you've got to do it, when that person doesn't know anything about where we come from or the demographics of our city.
Excellent.
So we appreciate that, and those things stand out. And so right off the back, at the beginning of that training, we knew that this was something that was special.
And then not only that, he didn't just get on the plane and leave. and go back to his, sector of the earth. He came back to follow up, to teach more, and an invitation was extended to us to come down and be a part of their family as well.
And one last thing that I want to add as well is, like, I think one thing that you can see about the training is that it's not just some theories being thrown at us as to what to do, but these are manageable tools that are tangible that we can apply to different scenarios. So it's not, you're not just giving us an answer to a specific scenario. You're giving us a set of tools that we can now apply to all scenarios, which makes it a lot more tangible, a lot more efficient, and a lot more applicable to what we do in our field, because we're always changing, things are always changing, youth are always different, and situations are always different. And I think that that's where you really see the value and the strength in this training, because it's these models that we can now apply to so many different things that give us proper set standard and procedure and protocol to move forward together in unity.
Outstanding. Well, would you guys rate, anybody in this field, would you suggest that they should take, or that this training would be beneficial for them?
I think that this training and this teaching and this methodology that Brother Aquil has brought to us and brought to Washington, Western Washington, is something that I would recommend all across the globe. Yes. Any youth outreach worker, or within the realms of every city here in America, I believe strongly with all my heart, and we've seen a lot of trainings, and we've been working in our city for the last 10 years. And I just feel so strongly and passionate about the teachings that we've learned here with Brother Aquil, and I just feel that it's a formula that makes sense and that can be done universal all across the globe, hands down. I guarantee you, anybody after their first day in doing this work, it'll open their minds and their hearts to understanding what their true calling is.
Amen.
Outstanding. Last question. I would like each of you to, within one word or two, just describe the training.
Excellent.
Love.
Passionate.
Wisdom.
Unity. Mind-blowing.
Well, I'm going to say this. To the Tachoma team, you guys have been outstanding. I want you to keep doing your work. It's definitely been a pleasure to bring you into the family and create the relationship and associations with you. We will be there for you guys, and ladies, we're not going anywhere. As you well know, when we implement trainings, it becomes part of our larger network, which again, if we embrace that concept throughout the nation, I think we can come in and really eradicate such destruction and unwanted violence that is going on in so many of these communities. So I really want to just let you guys and ladies know that I salute you. The PCITI and Maximum Force team has much respect for what you bring to the table, and we are there for you in anything you need for us.
Thank you.
Likewise.